Do not watch the video if you are susceptible to stress-related disease or are faint of heart or unfamiliar with supernatural events. The Hans Resistem is one of the most haunted paintings in the world. Unlike other stories that seem to come straight out of horror movies, the story of this particular painting is a mystery that hasn't found a plausible answer yet. There is no doubt that this painting is pretty disturbing. It shows a young boy standing next to a girl doll with hollow eyes and a sad, downturned mouth. The doll is holding a strange device with wires coming out of it. The eeriest part of this painting are the many disembodied children's hands reaching towards the boy through the glass panel of a door just behind him. But even more disturbing than the painting itself are the stories of what has happened to people who came in contact with it. In 1972, Bill Stoneham, an artist from Oakland, California, used an old photo of himself from the age of 5 to be the model for the boy in the painting. The boy is either looking to the future or the viewer is looking back into their past. As per Bill's interpretation of the painting, it depicts his younger self standing at a doorway, which is the dividing line between the real world and a world of fantasy. The doll is his escort, which will guide him onto the other side, while the hands depict the endless opportunities Bill could have had beyond the door, which he couldn't have in real life as an adopted child. Stoneham displayed the piece at an art show he put on at Feingarten Gallery in Los Angeles in the early 1970s. And during the show, the painting was sold to the actor John Marley, who played Jack Woltz in the film The Godfather. Before the painting was sold, it was reviewed by an art critic who died within a year, and mysteriously, so did the owner of the art gallery. No doubt a coincidence, but Stoneham does speculate that this may have been the beginning of some sort of a curse. Then in 1984, the owner of the painting, John Marley, died after an open heart surgery. After Marley's death, it remained unknown who the painting went to, until it eventually turned up when an elderly Californian couple reportedly found it abandoned behind an old brewery turned art space. Without thinking twice, the family took the painting home, but soon wished they had not.
Ring around the rosy.
The painting had only been in the house for a few days when their young daughter started to complain about it. She told how the children in the painting would fight. The girl in the painting would threaten the boy with the object she was holding in her hand. Finally, after a good period of time, the girl started talking about how the figures would leave the painting as ghosts. The parents decided to try to persuade their daughter that the painting was just a painting. And in order to do that, they set up a motion-activated camera to watch the painting for them. For 3 days and nights, they let the camera keep its vigilant lens on the painting. And after that, they went to view any of the footage it may have captured. Remember, this is a motion-activated camera, so if it found no movement, there would be nothing recorded. However, to the shock of the family, the camera had indeed recorded several pieces of footage. What the camera seemed to capture was the painting almost taking a life of its own. Although the figures did not seem to be moving, the colors changed and the object in the girl's hand took on the resemblance of a gun and not the battery she had been carrying before. The object in her hand may have seemed to have changed due to different lighting conditions being present in the dark. But the family insists that something was really wrong with the painting and something supernatural was at play. They wanted to get rid of it, but rather than burning or destroying it, they decided to let the public decide. In February of 2000, they anonymously placed the painting up for sale on eBay with a description describing its elaborate backstory, implying that it was haunted and claiming that it carried some form of curse. The family selling it also claimed that the figures moved at night and would sometimes leave the painting and enter the room in which it was being displayed. Included in the listing, there were a series of photographs which were supposedly evidence of an incident in which the female doll character threatened the male character with a gun that she was holding, causing him to attempt to leave the painting. The listing became viral. Everyone was sharing the link to it. The painting quickly earned a reputation as at least 30,000 people viewed the page, and more than a few bids were made. Some reported that they had experienced strange events just by looking at the painting on their computers. And throughout the eBay auction, the painting affected those who viewed it, and people felt ill. Children seemed to be the most affected and had vivid nightmares the night after seeing it, and would end up screaming at night. Many people claim to have suffered from total blackout or even experienced some degree of mind control. After the painting was listed on eBay, curious buyers and some non-believers who wanted to have a brush with the supernatural tested it for themselves. One buyer said that he fainted at the sight of the painting. Another buyer said she felt like her throat was being tightened by an external grip. A lot of people admitted to having difficulty breathing when they first saw the painting, while many others said that their children became uncontrollable and began to scream when they saw the hands resist him on their computer screen. The initial bid was of $199, and after 30 or more bids, it was finally sold to Kim Smith, the owner of Perception Gallery in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for $1,025. Kim then received a lot of curious emails offering insight into the painting's background and history. Little Eagle Heart from Alabama sent Kim an email saying, "I'm a Native American, and we know evil when we see it. When I first viewed the painting, my heart sped up. I got horribly sick to my stomach. I felt so ill I had to burn white sage to cleanse my house. Please do not put it anywhere where there is a child. There is great evil there." Today, the hands resist him remains in Michigan with Kim at the Perception Gallery. Kim's sons refuse to have the painting in their family home. Instead, it resides in the back room of the art gallery. It's only brought out for special occasions or whenever someone is really interested in the story. Perception Gallery contacted Bill Stoneham about the strange story associated with the painting, but he was not entirely surprised. There had been deaths at the original art show. He says his paintings resonate strongly with lots of people by opening an inner door or even channeling through his art. If that is the case, maybe something has been caught in his strokes. Although the original eBay auction has long been removed, copies of the listing remain on the web and continue to evoke strange reactions, and Kim still receives messages by people saying that the painting made them dizzy or made their stomach ache. Most of the people agree that in general the painting is really creepy and something is off about it. Haunted, cursed, or all in people's heads, it does not really matter. Something strange seems to befall many of the people who have set their eyes on this art, and that in itself makes for a great story. But as always, what do you believe? Did this painting make you feel weird in any way? Or am I the only one who was totally creeped out when I saw this initially? Let me know in the comment section down below.